What is going on, Media Goose channel? It is I, the Media Goose, your friend Ryan. And the goose is loose, baby. Huh? I am here today with more NFL draft talk. To this point, I've done a few mock drafts, but nothing specifically geared to my New York Giants. So today, I am going to go through a few different scenarios for the Giants. One where they stick and pick the best player available, another where they trade a ton, and then maybe one in between. So guys, if this is your first time here on the channel, do me a favor, hit like, subscribe to the channel so you get updated when I put up new content. Help me reach a larger part of the YouTube algorithm. So I am going with a consensus big board. And here we are. Let's see how the beginning of this draft plays out. That's hysterical. So first, let's look at the first four picks. Fernando Mendoza, Ruben Bain, Jeremiah Love, a pick I was mocked for making, and Arvell Reese to the Titans. So in this version of the draft, we've got some trade offers. Let's see if any of them jump out to me. So we get a first, second, and third. Or is that 2 seconds? No, that's a first, second, and a third. It's a lower first, second, and third. And then a first, second, and third, and an additional second. I am going to prioritize more picks this year. And I'm going to take this Tennessee trade. Trading back to me is the number one priority for the Giants. They don't have a third-round pick, so I would rather move back and get some more picks because I also don't think the elite talent in this class are as elite as they might be considered in other years, so I'm more willing to move down. So let's see what happened after the Giants moved back. The Bucks moved up and took Caleb Downs. Then a wide receiver run went with Tyson and Tate, David Bailey, Sonny Styles, Delane, Mackay. A lot of good picks here. So we are at pick 15, and it's best player available. For me, if we didn't bring back Jermaine Illuminor, it would be Mawanoa. But because we have Illuminor, I am taking what is my number one rated offensive lineman, Vega Ioane. I feel as though he is a Zach Martin kind of prospect. He has incredibly high upside, and I think he's a top 5 player in this draft. So I don't have any hesitation in taking him there. So, rest of the first round, we had Denzel Boston, Thieneman. Nothing too crazy, it doesn't look like. So we are up at 37. We've got a starting guard, and I am going to take Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. Safety is one of the Giants. You know what? Basantis is here. I lied. No, wait, we took Vega. Yeah, so instead of McNeil-Warren, I'm going to take Jeremy Bernard from Bama. I think he's a really safe receiver in this class. I think that he kind of reminds me a little bit of Emeka Egbuka, where he might not do anything elite, but he does everything really well. He's sound, and I like sound for a number 2 receiver. I'm definitely going to take this trade. Move back 2 spots for an extra third. Don't mind if I do. Is it going to let me? Yes. All right, then we're going to deny that pick. So right now, we are picking at 48. We have a guard and a receiver. So I am going to focus on defense now. And I'm just going best player available. Caleb Banks is a first-round graded player. I think he I'm just shocked he would still be there, and I think the Giants would absolutely jump at the chance to take a guy of that high value. So we still need corner and safety. I'm taking Kamari, and I'm taking Chandler, and that's 3 rounds. So in this, we ended up with Vega Ioane, our starting guard, a number 2 receiver, and then we got 3 more players to add into our defense. Caleb Banks, who I think is just way too good to be on the board at 48, and then Ramsey and Rivers adding to the secondary. So this is a trade-heavy mock. Now, let's go do a mock where the Giants don't trade at all. And let's see who the best players that make it to us are. In this, I forgot to select the Giants. That's hilarious. Give me one moment. Damn it. The Giants, 3 rounds. Here we go. All right, y'all. So again, we are denying draft picks to simply take best player available. This is a dumb trade, but I'm gonna take it. It's only moving back 1 spot. Yeah, I'll let Cleveland do that if they really want to. So we move back 1 spot, get an extra pick. They take Jordan Tyson, not somebody I was gonna take. I am going to take a player I think that would fit excellent in a John Harbaugh system, and that is Sonny Styles. I think he's probably more of the Kyle Hamilton mold than Caleb Downs. Downs is a different kind of safety, in my opinion, more of an in-the-box guy, less pure athleticism. So we end up with Sonny Styles, and now we have 2 picks at the top of the second because Cleveland gave us a pick, essentially. And I am going to take Denzel Boston with the first one. And with this freebie, I've got a linebacker, I've got a wide receiver, and now I am also going to get a cornerback in D'Angelo Pons. So that's one where we move back 1 spot and end up getting a 2nd-round pick. Probably not that realistic, but we still end up with Sonny Styles. Sonny Styles, Denzel Boston, D'Angelo Pons. It's a great turnout. I think Denzel Boston would be a great outside guy, and then you can move Malik all around. I'm going to do one more where now this is just whatever I want it to be. Let's see what happens here. Not Green Bay. I'm going to try to make this one just crazy. Get off of Green Bay. All right. So in this mock, we get offered 8 and 42. Yeah, I'll take 8 and 42 for sure. The Eagles trying to move up. We're not going that far back. So in this scenario, we moved back to pick 8. And I'm going to do something I think is more likely than any Giants fan wants to admit, and that's select Jeremiah Love. I think Jeremiah Love is arguably the best player in this draft, and I think the Giants are very high on him. I feel like Scadaboo is not somebody I ever want to plan to be my number 1 back with how reckless he is for his body, and Tyrone Tracy will never be more than a number 2. Jeremiah Love is the real bell cow runner in that backfield at that point, and you can let Tracy and Scadaboo fill in where you need when he's not available. I think Love would be a great pick. I don't care about the scars of the Saquon trade. This is a different draft, different scenario. So we end up taking Jeremiah Love. They'll offer us a 2nd next year to move back 11 picks. I'm going to do that. I think a second in next year's draft in a very highly rated class would be awesome. So the Giants move back 11 spots, but this is from that initial trade down. So right now we have Jeremiah Love, and we're going to get two more guys here. I took Boston and Pons before. I'm still going to take Boston because I like Denzel Boston a lot, and if he's there, I think he's better than that value. Pons is here again. I won't take him again. Let me go further down this board. I am going to go with a linebacker in Anthony Hill from Texas. So, in this mock, we end up with Jeremiah Love, Denzel Boston, and Anthony Hill. And we ended up getting a second next year. So, guys, that's my Giants mock draft. I think all of those are scenarios that could unfold. I wouldn't be shocked if they just stick and pick. But knowing John Harbaugh, I think we're going to move back, either in the first or second, if not both. What do you guys think? If they do move back, who would you hope that they're targeting? I think that if they move back and Jeremiah Love is there, they're going to take him. Let me know your thoughts on my picks down below and tell me who you want to see on your favorite team. Do you want me to do a mock draft focused on your favorite team? Comment down below and I'll do it. Thank you guys for hanging out today. The Goose is out. Ha!